live from the Armory where Sheboygan North and Sheboygan South are
of...
getting ready to play a couple of basketball games. Hello everybody, my name is Mike Martin, and joining me is the coach, Chris Wright. Our first game tonight, Chris, is a battle for first place with North coming in 6-0 and South 5-1 in conference.
Yeah, what a way to start the new year off for TVA with first place game with the girls. Last night, unfortunately, Sheboygan South went up to Green Bay Preble and lost by 1. Otherwise, they would have 200 undefeated teams going for the outright title. I talked to Susie Runas last night, the coach of Sheboygan North. She realizes that, you know, yes, they have a game up, but they lose today, they're right back into a tie.
Now, Sheboygan South is the underdog tonight. What do they have to do to be successful against North?
Well, one thing North does on both the boys and the girls, they like to push the ball, they like to run. So we're going to have to see if South's going to run with North, and what they'd like to do is slow it down. They like to play games more in the 40s. The North girls want to play games in the 60s. Another thing that South's going to have to do tonight is take care of the ball. The North girls have caused 32 turnovers per game, so it's going to be up to South to take care of that. I talked to Tim Crowns. I sat on the bus with him for a whole day yesterday, and he said he's been working very hard against the press, and his girls have worked hard all week to prepare for this, and so they should be ready.
One thing that North had trouble with last year was outside shooting, and one thing you can force a team into doing that is playing a zone. Do you think we'll see any zone from South tonight?
Well, I know East did that last night a little bit. I was at the game for the Lady Raiders last night, and they had a lot of success. North struggled from the outside, trying to work it in, caused a lot of turnovers in the third quarter, and so it did cause a little effect. So we'll see if Coach Crowns kind of switches his defenses around, both man-to-man and zone.
Now, who does South have to look to on North to try and shut down to be successful?
Well, the Shelby girls have been really doing well for North High. They got Dana and Shelby. They're both averaging over 12 points a game. They've been looking to them. And, of course, Player of the Year, Kayla Tetchlog's back. All three of those young ladies are just sophomores.
Now, North also has to look at their defensive side other than just pressing. Who do they have to be careful of from South?
Well, Erica Gustafson has really stepped up for South this year. She's their leading scorer. And then this year there's also a young lady by the name of Amy Selt, just a freshman. And she's kind of come out of nowhere to excel. And, of course, Krista Crowns, the daughter of the coach, is back. She's had a game where she had 6 threes, so she can hit it from the outside. So, like I said, it's a game between two different squads. You know, one team wants to slow it down, set things up, not force so many shots. One team wants to run and gun.
All right, with that, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the tip-off for the night's game.
Computers. Not that I have much time with these little guys and my job, but when my wife went back to school, I thought, why can't I? Certain things in life demand my attention, but a new career in computer science deserves my attention. An evening class at Lakeland doesn't tie my life in knots, thanks to a flexible, easy-to-manage schedule that allows me to balance work, school, and the twins. Evening classes that meet once a week, that's the easy part.
About a year ago, Mark and I thought, air pollution, global warming. How can we make a difference? So Mark modified our car, some sort of homemade energy source.
The best part is the car emits only helium. Genius.
But the EPA says the energy we use in our home can cause twice the greenhouse gases of a car. So now I look for products that are in the Energy Star. Simple.
The EPA invites you to go to EnergyStar.gov to discover what you can do to reduce air pollution.
Kinky!
flimsy.
English. Isn't this in bad taste?
Each to their own, mate.
Be a part of history. Use a condom. Stop the spread of AIDS.
There's a new experience around every corner as you discover Wisconsin. Discover Wisconsin like you've never seen before.
We're about 2 minutes from tip-off. I'm going to go through the starting lineups for North and South, and then we'll take a short break and come back for the tip-off. Starting for Sheboygan South will be number 3, Emily Weisman. She's a 5'5" junior. Also starting at a guard position is number 10, Crystal Crowns. She's a 5'7" senior. That's the daughter of Tim Crowns, the head coach. Number 13 is Erica Gustafson. She's a 5'10" senior. She'll be starting. Number 14 is Brenda Lutzke. She's a 5'11" junior. And rounding out the starting 5, Chris mentioned this young lady in the opening, Amy Selk. She's only a freshman. She goes 5'10". She's number 22. For the Raiders, the Lady Raiders, they'll be starting number 20, Nicole Getch. She's a 5'7" senior. Number 30, Whitney Hare, is a 5'8" senior. Those two girls will be playing the guard spots. At the forward positions will be number 40, Shelby Churchill. She's a 6-foot forward. And Kayla Tetschlag, number 42. She's a 6-foot sophomore. Rounding out the starting 5 for the North High Lady Raiders is number 54, Dana Churchill, and she's a 6-foot sophomore. Our officials for tonight's game, from the Oshkosh area, is Toby Formiller and Todd Krieger. There you see those two guys talking to Tim Crowns.
What they're doing there, Marty, is they're trying to explain the floor here. I've explained this every year. Is, for those of you who don't know, the out of bounds is the outside of the black line, but when you inbound the ball, it's the red. And these officials have never worked a game of the Army before, so they're just trying to make sure that things are clarified.
You'd think they'd know that. It used to be an NBA arena.
I know, come on.
There you see Tim Crowns. He's the head coach. He's assisted by Kevin Herber, Kim Hutz, Patty Hartle, and Tom Burr. Susie Runis is the head coach, and her assistants are Bethany Knieser, Fred Forsterling. Let's take a short break here, and we come back. We'll have the tip-off for tonight's ball game.
Americans are rolling up their sleeves to help each other.
Showing true strength of character and kindness and compassion.
Spirit and enthusiasm. Together, we make America strong.
Find out how you can serve, no matter where you are in life, at nationalservice.org.
It's your world.
It's your chance to make it better.
Apply online at nationalservice.org and answer the President's call to service.
Bachelor number 1, how would you advise me to structure my investment portfolio?
I would say be cautious and invest in government bonds, money markets, and CD accounts.
Bachelor number 2,
I'd say at your age to invest fully in high-yield stock.
and bachelor number 3.
I'd diversify your investments. It would make your overall portfolio more balanced and can minimize your risk.
Okay, there you go. Those 3 for you to make a date.
Bachelor number 3.
Bachelor number 3.
Remember, make a date today to diversify your portfolio and choose to save.
North High Band presenting the national anthem. We have one girl that's out tonight for Sheboygan North. That's Kayla Gusky. She broke her hand, Chris, in that tournament in Janesville during the Christmas break, and she won't be playing tonight. There you see the North team as they're going to be introduced by Mr. Bill Horsch.
North is the home team. February, I believe the 12th or so, or 13th, we'll be back here, and South will have the home whites on.
We got some conference statistics, and Erica Gustafson is ranked right at the top in terms of rebounding average. And Sheboygan has the top 3 girls in field goal possession. Shelby Churchill, Dana Churchill, and Erica Gustafson are way up there, along with Amy Selk, actually the top 4. Gotta get those highlighted right away, Chris.
Leading scorer in the conference is Katie Zimmerman from East, and right behind her are both of the Churchill girls. Dana Churchill averaging 14 a game, and Shelby Churchill 13.6. Gustafson from South is averaging 12.6. So a lot of representatives by Sheboygan in those top spots. Kayla Tetschlag is number 3 in rebounding, averaging 6.4 a game.
Well, talking to Coach Runis and Coach Crown yesterday, both had nice things to say about each other's program and how it's nice for just the city of Sheboygan to see both teams at the top of the conference.
And again, this is a game for first place. South is 1 game behind. A win by them would put them in a tie with North for the top spot. And we're not going to see too many games from in here, Chris, so maybe this year obviously, and maybe next year, and then they'll be moving into the new facilities at both high schools.
Yep.
By the way, we'll have a special guest between ball games tonight. The North High student body with some props tonight. Dan Stengel will be joining us at halftime for a little chat about your trip on Friday and what's going on over at North. And not to slight South, we'll have Jason Liederman in February, hopefully between games. We're just about set to tip it off.
Both teams played last night, Marty, so we'll see how the legs go. Both teams had difficult struggles. East gave North everything they had, and of course South in their 1 point loss to Preble was close too. So we'll see how the legs are here at the bigger gym.
A little give and go. The basket is up and in by Tetschlag.
This is what you're going to see all night. Full pressure, full court press. Yesterday, East got really tired in that first half against the North pressure and wore
Jump
them out.
shot is off, no good by Selk. She had a good look at it, but couldn't draw iron. Number 20 is Nicole Getz. She's bringing it up, being guarded by Emily Wiesman. South opening up in man-to-man defense. Well, maybe not, Coach. It looks like a zone.
Yeah, a little matchup zone.
Jump shot is off, no good by Hare. And breaking the press is Crystal Crowns. Oh, good anticipation by Churchill. She steals it. Shot by Getch is no good, but she was hammered on the shot. Foul will go on South. Foul goes on Crystal Crowns.
Both teams fairly young, just 7 seniors on total on both rosters.
North starts 2 seniors and 3 sophomores. So they are quite young. South on the other hand starts a freshman, 2 juniors and 2 seniors.
Well, just 58% free throw shooter, and she missed both.
Breaking the press was Gustafson. They get it out. North on top, 2-0. Crowns from outside the line. High arching shot is in. That's a 3-pointer.
Well, as I said in the opening, Marty, she hit 6 in one game.
Tetschlag has it. Over to Hare. Good skip pass. Tetschlag with an open 12-footer. Can't get it to go. And a rebound by Gustafson. And they're going to get Dana Churchill with the blocking foul.
Just 9 girls on the total roster for South, and I'll tell you, North plays a lot of girls. They interchange quite a few.
Well, when you run that pressing style of defense, you got to get a lot of kids in there to keep yourself fresh.
And one thing about the North girls is they bring in a variety of groups, and it seems like they all are about the same. They don't change just because they come off the bench, which is a nice thing for a team ranked in the top 10 in the state.
Tossing it in is Crystal Crowns. Back screen by Lutzke. Gets Crowns open on the wing. Quick shot is no good. they're going to get Brenda Lutzke over the back. Didn't look like she hit the North player, but she's going to get tagged with the foul.
You know her dad, Stu.
And I work with her mom, Carrie, over at Jefferson. Good skip pass.
Got that right, Marty.
Yeah, she had the open shot, but didn't take it. Hare takes a short jumper and gets it to roll in. 4-3, North on top. We're at 5:30 of the first quarter. First of 2 games tonight.
Well, just dribbled off her foot.
Yeah, Selk getting the turnover. Lead pass to Churchill. Her shot is no good, but she's hammered and goes down hard. Ball is going to go on Gustafson.
Erica's really worked on her game over the last few years, and nice to see that.
North is 0 for 2 at the line so far tonight. Dana Churchill breaks that streak. Got to remember, you just can't call him Churchill. Checking in for South is Amanda Rubley.
Just a sophomore, Amanda.
You know, we wait for that all year. Live from the Armory. Finally, you get to see it. Churchill's second free throw is no good, but Tetschlag gets the rebound, kicks it out to Hare. 12-footer is no good. Tetschlag battling hard, and she's tied up by Erica Gustafson. It's going to be a jump ball, and it'll be South's possession. Good scrap by those two girls. With the ball is Rubley.
See how she handles this pressure.
Yeah, she's double teamed. Kicks it up to Crowns. North trying to get their defensive assignments squared away, and they do now.
That was good communication between Whitney and Cole.
Weisman's pass, nice catch by Lutzke. Keep it in play. And then she throws it in the backcourt, and it'll be a turnover. Well, that time, Chris, it wasn't the full court pressure, but the half court pressure that caused problems.
Well, as I said, 32 turnovers a game this Raider defense turns out. That's a lot. South's going to have to take care of the ball, that's for sure.
Inside to Churchill. Her shot is up and in. Nice feed by Kayla Tetschlag. Dana Churchill has 3 points. South breaks the press. Let's see how they handle the half-court pressure. Inside feed to Gustafson, off the glass and down. Good pass by Emily Weisman.
I believe Emily played last year on the varsity. Wide open.
Well, Tetschlag had the open 10-footer. Instead, she takes it to the basket and overlays. And Gustafson with another rebound. Calling her name quite often early in the action. Lutzke's shot is blocked by Shelby Churchill, but Shelby's going to get called for the foul.
Good decision there by Brenda to turn. She was open and shoot that ball right away. Sometimes you wait too long and the defense recovers, and she got it off and got the foul.
Coming in for North is Danny Jordan.
South just shooting 56% from the line as well this year.
Lutzke misses a pair. 7-5, North on top. Danny Jordan has it on top, kicks it out to Getch. North working the perimeter. South continues, looks like they're in a zone yet, Chris.
Yep. Good job.
Penetration. Tetschlag puts it up and in off a nice pass from Nicole Getch. Almost, and it is stolen away by Churchill, but she can't make the recovery, and it rolls out of bounds. Laura Hayward, number 22, is coming in. And also coming back in is Amy Selk, number 22. Full court pressure being applied by North. They're on top 9-5. We're at 3:10 remaining in the first quarter. Tetschlag has it, kicks it up to Churchill, and she's fouled and goes down hard. Emily Wiesman picking up the foul.
It's 3 times now. Layup attempts, and nothing easy for the Lady Raiders as South fouls, and we're going to get a timeout, I think, here.
30-second timeout by South. We'll keep it here. We're at 2:58 remaining of the first quarter. And what do you think of South's handling of the press so far?
Not too bad, but they got 4 turnovers early. I'd like to see more shot attempts. They only got 4 in 5 minutes. That's not a lot.
I remember
think the pace is more towards South right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's when they get those turnovers in the open court, you know, and they're able to kick it down for layup attempts. But I'm gonna beg off, or not beg off, but disagree with you on one point. It was the play down here when Brenda Lutzke got it, because I thought she had a catch and shoot, and she pump fake, and then she tried to take it in, and she actually, well, she did pick up the foul, which is a good thing, but I thought it was a great opportunity for just a, that's my favorite play.
Shooting?
Well, I like to catch the ball first.
Number 5 and 6 free throw already here early.
Shelby Churchill coming over to the North.
She's got a boo-boo.
Bench.
Boo-boo on the knee.
Yeah. Getting a little Band-Aid. There you see Tim Crowns talking to the troops, and there's the North trainer taking care of Shelby. And right behind Tim was Kim Hutz.
Very good player.
Oh, by the way, before I forget, when I went through the assistants for Sheboygan North, I forgot to mention freshman coach Jeff Wigdahl. Jeff's team lost this morning.
And
JV's won this afternoon
for South. Yep.
So South's freshman and JV teams won, and they're going for a sweep on the girls' side. Shelby Churchill's first free throw is down. And so is the second. That makes the score 11-5 North. Selk being hounded in the backcourt. Better watch out, they're going to get a 10-second call. They just got it over.
Seemed like the Lady Raiders turned up the screws a little bit there. More pressure on that press.
And tying up Selk is Laura Hayward.
You know, that's something that Coach Crowns probably did not anticipate. I think you made a good point. They're breaking the press, but they're turning the ball over in their half-court offense.
Well, and that time, Selk turned right into the defense, and pretty hard to deal with that. In the ball game is Andrea Liebelt, number 50.
And Danny Jordan, number 32.
Jordan back in. Tetschlag, good feed inside. Liebelt takes one bounce, puts it up, but it's no good. Liebelt got caught underneath the basket too far, but did take the one bounce to get a better position, but she couldn't get the shot in. Gustafson handling the ball nicely, gets it down into the attack area. Out to Selk, got it.
Thought Erica was going to take it all the way, and instead she fed it out to Amy, who hit that nice jumper.
Well, Tetschlag was wide open on the wing, but not throwing it to her was Laura Hayward. They actually had a fast break attempt. Jump shot, good. Hayward for 2.
Another sophomore.
She got quite a bit of playing time at the very end of the season when North got into tournament play as a freshman. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Jordan. South will keep the possession. Weisman being guarded by Hayward. Ketchlog applying good pressure. And Weisman throws it out of bounds. Another 30-second timeout by South, Chris, and we're still in the first quarter, and
Six
they're starting to
turnovers.
have a little more problems with the North pressure.
Yep. And again, it's that half court thing as opposed to the full court, which they work so hard on. And, you know, sometimes you work on some things and other things seem to not work when the game time comes around. Trying to get them back on the right page. It's still a close game. Just 6 points down, but they do have to take better care of the ball and get more shot attempts.
You mentioned it about North playing a lot of kids, and they've had a number of different players enter the game. And again, when you play this style of basketball, you need to keep fresh legs on the floor. There you see Susie Runis. Kayla Gusky's that girl sitting next to Freddie Forsterling. You can kind of see that bandage on her arm. She broke her hand. Jordan had an open shot, passed it up. North working the perimeter. Jordan takes it that time and nails a two.
Well, if you want to break the press, keep hitting those outside shots. The zone.
Right.
I mean, the zone, keep shooting those outside and banging them down.
The other thing about when you're a pressing team, if you're not making baskets, you're not pressing very often.
Right.
And right now, North is making quite a few baskets and able to set up the press. It's 15-7. We're under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Steal by Hayward. Bounces it over to Churchill. Her shot is no good. Selk with the rebound. She's got Crowns down the floor but can't find her. Gustafson right up the middle. Lutzke's jump shot is up and in. Brenda Lutzke for two. The South seems to have quite a bit of success breaking the press when Erica Gustafson brings it up.
And I don't think that was the plan. But it's working.
I was going to say, sometimes you get those big kids who can handle the ball just a little bit, and the big defenders aren't used to that full court kind of action. That's the horn ending the first quarter. North on top, 15-9.
Come on, David. Come on, David. Let's go, David. Come on.
Come on, David. You got the love.
Get as involved in your kids' education as in everything they do, and imagine the success they might find. Stay in touch with the teacher. Visit the school. For more tips, call 1-800-281-1313.
Good, David. Good, David.
Hung up about a consumer problem? Like that refrigerator you just bought that's freezing you out. Oh, and telemarketers who won't stop calling.
Have I got a deal for you?
Well, stand up for your rights. Use the power of the internet and the federal government at pueblo.gsa.gov, the free consumer action website. Thousands of links to companies and government agencies with names, numbers, and advice to get your wrongs righted. Remember Pueblo, because you never know.
Kudos go out to the crew. They were here this afternoon, Chris, setting everything up for tonight's broadcasts. Andy McKillop on the top camera. That's him giving you that shot. Brian Andrews is on the stage with us, as is Scott Meloff. Kerry Kautzer is directing this ball game. Scott will be in the truck for game two. Chris Wright, the color man, and I'm the play-by-play guy.
Well, I got to be honest with you, I was here by about 2 o'clock, 10 to 2, to watch the end of the JV girls, and everything was set up, so they must have been here early. Maybe they're here before sunrise, I don't know.
Maybe they were here late. Gustafson snakes her way through the North defense for 2 points.
Well, that's just the 7th shot attempt for South. They're 5 for 7. They just got to take care of the ball a little bit better.
Gustafson a little too much body on Shelby Churchill and picks up the foul. That's going to be her second.
Not too many fouls.
Oh, I like that.
Yep.
North again working the perimeter. Hare back in the game. Skip pass to Jordan. Her shot is off, no good. Rebound by Samantha Davis. Davis seeing her first action. Hare playing a tight defense on Selk. Andrea Liebelt in the ball game guarding Lutzke. Jump shot is off, no good by Davis. North with the board. Liebelt's shot from 15 is off. A scramble on the floor and we'll have a jump ball. Checking in for North is Nicole Getch, and checking out is Laura Hayward. Susie Runis in her second year at the helm at North, and Tim Crowns, I believe, is in about his fourth year, huh, Chris?
Yep.
Adam Thompson along you, trying to pick up some pointers.
Yep.
Rare turnover by North, and the South has it. Selk looking to go to the basket, but Hare prevents that. Selk with a pull-up jump shot is off, no good. Scramble for the ball, and timeout by South to keep the possession.
That's their third already.
Yeah. And that's a full timeout. With the score 15-11 North, we'll take a short break.
Lazy bones, loping through the day.
All over America, we're no longer just sedentary, we're stationary. And that's bad news for your bones, because bones need weight-bearing activity to grow strong and stay strong. So get up, get out, get moving. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Never heard a word I say.
There's Brian Andrews and Scott Mieloff alongside him. That's that's half the crew. Well, I guess it's 1/3 of the crew because we kind of count. There's Andy McKillop up.
It's a lot warmer there.
Nosebleed heaven.
Yeah, it's a lot warmer there than it was up in the top of some of the places he was, like in Madison or
really
football season, Lakeland.
Tossing it in will be Crystal Crowns. Selk gets it into Lutzke. She turns and shoots, but can't get it to goal. Shelby Churchill on the tough defense. Dana Churchill has it on the wing. North again working the perimeter. They get it outside to Dana Churchill, who puts it in. North's first basket of the quarter. Well, it's always a good plan to attack the inside and then maybe kick it out when you're against the zone.
Yeah, that was a good shot right from the elbow.
Selk with a pull-up jumper, can't get it to go. She's had a couple of pretty nice looks, but just can't get the ball to go down. Oh, nice scoop shot by Churchill, Dana Churchill, but she can't get it in. Here with a 12-footer, can't get it to goal. And then fighting inside for the rebound was Brenda Lutzke. And she created a jump ball situation, and South will get it. Hila Techlog is in for North, and in for South is Erica Bartz. So one thing about the shooters, Chris, you got to let them keep shooting.
Yep.
Well, Hare a little bit slow and got the hand of Bartz, and Hare's going to get tagged with a foul. There's the Sheboygan Red Wing. How come the Red Wing is black?
Wings are red. Traveled.
North applying heavy pressure, and
That's gotta
South
be a
having
10.
trouble this time. And that's a 10-second call. And if you notice who's not in the ball game, it's Erica Gustafson, and she was kind of a safety valve to break pressure.
Turnover number 8. We're just going to keep counting them up. That's the kind of thing you want to see from the North defense. South just giving up 16 turnovers a year.
Ketchlock going baseline. Jump shot is no good, but she's fouled. I believe it was Samantha Davis is going to get tagged with the foul. Ketchlock will be shooting 2. Neither team has been real successful at the line so far tonight. North is 4 for 7. They get a good shot at Tim Crowns and Kevin Herber alongside of him.
North's in the bonus 2 already.
Those 2 guys got the greatest job on earth, teaching physical education. Oh, they're going to get Getch with a blocking foul. That's Getch's first foul. That time South breaks the North press. Bart's had it. Kicks it over to Weisman inside to Lutzke. Her shot is no good, but getting tagged with the foul will be Shelby Churchill, and for Shelby, that's her second.
Kind of went underneath, blocked on top, but they called it on the other underneath follow through. South just going to the line for number 3 and 4 here, huh?
Correct, and Brenda Lutzke attempted the first 2. She had no success back in the first quarter. We'll see if she can knock a couple home here.
Well, she's 50%, so she, I was gonna say she missed the last 2, so she'll probably make the next 2, but.
You know what we call those kind when they rim in and pop back out? Right string, wrong yo-yo.
I was gonna say bummer.
That's what the people on the red side are saying.
Ooh.
Lutzke having a tough time at the line. It's 19-11 with 14:10 remaining until halftime. North on top. South continuing in a zone defense. Here with an outside shot is no good. Good block out by Samantha Davis, but then she's triple teamed. Losing the ball was Erica Bartz, and kicking it down to Churchill. Dana Churchill for 2. 21-11, North's lead is up to 10.
Good pressure defense by the Raiders again. South does what they need to do, slow it down, set up that offense, set your screens.
Crowns tries to feed it inside, but it's knocked away. Tetschlag has it. Semi-break. South has numbers, though. They got back in good shape, and then Crystal Crowns with the steal. Bounce over to Weisman. Her shot is no good. And then North coming right back with a fast break by Shelby Churchill.
Wow, what a job there by Kayla Tetschlag. Block, rebound, outlet, score.
Emily Weisman's pretty tired out there, Chris.
I was noticing the same thing. A lot of the South girls look tired, but they've used all those early timeouts.
Bart's looking, has her shot blocked, but coming down on the block was Whitney Hare, and she's going to get tagged with the foul.
Northside doesn't like that, but I thought that was a pretty good call.
Oh, it's definitely a good call. You know, it's just that inclination when you go up to block it, instead of keeping your arms straight up, you always tend to come down, and that's what got her in trouble.
Here you can see the South girls playing a little quicker. The pace is increasing, just what the North girls want.
Erica Bartz breaks the South drought from the free throw line.
Erica Gustafson back in the game. Been a long time since she's been back in.
Liebelt also back in.
They've played almost 6 minutes, only have 1 basket here, Marty. South, that is.
I was thinking, you know, when South had the break, where the pass went over to Emily Weisman, if she had a little bit of a left hand, you know, it would have been a more natural shot. But when she shot it with the right hand, the defense was right there,
yep,
blocking it.
Kayla was right there.
Jordan's shot is good. She has 4 points off the bench, providing a little bit of relief for North on the outside shooting. And Erica Gustafson again providing that safety valve on breaking the press. Weisman's jump shot is no good. Lutzke's rebound shot is no good. Techlog saves it right to Selk, who lays it up and in. You got to be careful about tapping that ball right back underneath the other team's basket. Techlog being guarded by Lutzke and leans in and gets the shot. Little scoop shot driving down the baseline goes. There you're going to see that save right to Selk. Good replay, Carey.
Yeah, good hustle there by Kayla there.
Lutzke has 8 points, Chris. 4 in the first quarter, looking for point number 5 here in the second quarter. Rebound by Churchill, and she tries to get it up, but she's fouled by Lutzke. Brenda Lutzke picking up her second. I have that as the 7th team foul for South. North has 6 team fouls. North has gone to the line a lot here in the first quarter. They've only hit 5 out of 10 though.
It's a big last 2 minutes for South. Slowly but surely, North is creeping away. It seems like gaining a point every minute, extending that lead.
Dana Churchill gets that second free throw to go. She has 8 points. Coming in is Mel Bogenschutz, seeing her first action. Selk has it being guarded by Jordan.
She's a Cleveland girl.
Boogie?
Yep.
I didn't think Sheboygan had any Bogenschutzes. They all lived in Cleveland. Oh, Gustafson, great ball handling and dribbles it right down the lane for 2. Erica Gustafson with 3 baskets and 6 points.
And 3 for 3, Marty.
Yeah, and Selk almost with a steal.
Got to get her the ball more often.
1:18 remaining in the first half. North on top 28-17. And the South has actually chipped away at the lead. North had it up to about 14.
Good pressure by Crystal Crowns.
Liebelt thought she was open underneath. Jordan takes a shot, it rims out. And Selk with the rebound. Gustafson bringing it up. Yeah, that's what I mean, you know, you don't make baskets, you can't set up your press. Out to Crowns, high arching 3-point attempt is no good. Getting the rebound was Andrea Liebelt, and then she loses it out of bounds, but they're saying it went off of a South player. 36 seconds remaining. Well, mixed results for South on handling the pressure, Chris.
Yep. Well, it seems like causing no turnovers in the backcourt, but the front court, they seem to have those up above by the 3-point line.
Jordan with about an 18-footer, got it up and in.
Just a 2, but she's out there shooting them.
Well, 1 foot was behind the line.
Yeah.
Down to 15 seconds and counting. Crowns pushing hard to the hoop. Selk out to Weisman. Bango, 3-pointer. That's a big one.
You got that right.
And that's the end of the half. South able to cut that 13-point lead by North down to 10, and we're at halftime where the score is North 30, South 20.
fat and cholesterol. They could ruin your appetite forever. Tonight, make it vegetarian. Visit PCRM.org.
Anyone can get burnt. Cover up and wear a condom. Stop the spread of AIDS.
paid big dividends for the Red Wings. Brenda Lutzke had 2 points. Erica Bartz had 2 points. And Amy Selk, the lone starting freshman for the Red Wings, had 4 points. From the charity stripe, South only made 2 out of 6 for their 20 points. North High had dual scoring leaders. Kayla Tetchlog and Dana Churchill each had 8 points. Chipping in with 6 was Danny Jordan off the bench. She had a couple of, well, actually she made 3 baskets, Chris, and really proved valuable, not only off the bench, but hitting that outside shot against the zone. Chipping in with 4 was Shelby Churchill, and then with 2 each was Nicole Getch and Whitney Hare. North has a 10-point lead at half, but they could have considerably more points and a bigger lead. They only hit on 6 of 11 free throws as we get ready to start second half action. You've got some information on the shooting and possibly turnovers, because I know that did hurt South.
Well, each team shot about 50%, but North had basically 7 more shot attempts. They were 12 for 24, but you're right, Marty, 11 turnovers. They did a much better job in the second quarter with just 4 turnovers. But again, the turnovers led for those extra shot attempts for North, and they hit them. And again, South was just 8 for 17 from the floor. Erica Gustafson's got to get the ball more, Marty. 3 for 3, leading scorer.
Well, she's gotten the ball a lot on the whole court, breaking the press, but not in the half court on the offensive end. Although I think at least 2 of her baskets, Chris, came after breaking the press and dribbling down the lane for shots. Getch turned the ball over for North.
This turnover number 6 for North.
Weisman being guarded by Getch. Crowns launches one but can't get it in. And Brenda Lutzke is going to get called for a pushing foul. For Brenda, that's her 3rd foul. She's going to sit down for a little bit. Coming in for her is Samantha Davis. I had a chance to stop over at South this morning, Chris, and watch the freshmen play. And
I went to North and watched the boys play.
Yeah, so we had it covered. TVA was all over the city this morning. Hare's shot in the lane is no good. I'll tell you, she's a good-looking left-handed shot. She has to start putting that ball in the hoop. Weisman breaks the double team. And then it's stolen away by Hare, but they call her out of bounds. I think he called the wrong line, Chris, I really do. Ball was over the red line, that's still in bounds.
Correct. Black is out, red is out of bounds when you inbound it.
Not getting called for a travel was Selk, but then there's a foul called. South will be getting a pair. Shelby Churchill picking up her 3rd foul. Danny Jordan getting ready to check in. Amy Selk at the line. I thought Selk traveled, Chris, on that drive down the lane when she did that big hop.
I would agree with you. And here's been the spark plug of the game today, Danny Jordan back in. She's one of the seniors. Brother Alex plays on the JVs for North, point guard.
Amy Selk puts in a pair. She now has 6 for the ball game, and it's 30-22. South cutting the North lead under double digits. Tetchlog playing underneath the basket, being guarded closely by Erica Gustafson.
Kind of a 1-3-1. No, looks like a 2-3 again. Really taking away the middle though, Marty.
Jordan with her foot on the line, can't get the shot to go. Weisman got the rebound, but then it was tipped away. South will keep it.
There's a shot of the...
Yeah, we got Adam, Sandy Bowl, Bill Wagner, Bill Horsch. In that order.
That's the brain trust.
Really, they make us look like winners.
Whoa!
Takedown, and hitting her head hard on the floor was Emily Weisman. She's a lot like her brother Mike, you know, she just pops right back up. She's tough girl.
Yep.
Of course, so we got this, I think they have the same rule over here at the Armory. No crying in gym.
Good double team.
Yeah, Getch, and then it is stolen by Churchill. Taken to the hoop was Amy Churchill, and she goes down hard. Weisman stopping the breakaway layup. For Emily Weisman, that's her second personal. Dana Churchill will be at the line shooting 2. Dana Churchill's had good success at the line. She's made 3 out of 5, looking for 4 out of 6. With those 2 free throws, the North lead is back up to 10, 32-22.
She's a 79% free throw shooter. That's outstanding in high school. Don't want to give up your dribble there.
Gustafson, nice pass over to Selk. Can't get it to go. Hare had the rebound, but it was stripped away. But North retains possession. Good pass to Churchill, who puts it up and in, and she's fouled.
Good pass, good catch. Extend that lead back to 12.
I believe that was Whitney Hare. Or was that Getch? Pushed it up the floor and made the nice bounce pass. Nicole Getch, number 20. Here we're gonna see it right here.
This nice pass. Whoosh.
Yep, and a good lead on the feed. Good replay, Carey.
She's just adding to that free throw percentage. What a weapon that can be as well. Making those free throws. Not a good place to stop your dribble in the corner there. Used to call that.
Jordan not getting called for a foul, definitely could have. But the ball was tipped away by North. South will keep it.
I used to call that the no-no corner because once you get over half court, you get double there, you can't go back.
The 2 lines are like the defensive players.
Right, keep yourself in the middle of the floor.
Weisman has it out on top. It's 35-22.
Uh-oh.
North wide open, Gustafson, and she underlays and is fouled. Dana Churchill. Churchill. I should say Gustafson. Gustafson would like to have that shot back.
Wow.
Pass is tipped away. Laura Hayward coming in for North. Pass inside to Gustafson. It's blocked by Churchill, and they're going to call a jump ball.
Good call.
And Churchill's like, what do you mean there's a foul? The referee signals jump ball, and she's okay, that's it right now.
Dana Churchill really stepping up here in the third quarter.
Jordan has it on the wing, looking to get it into Tetchlog, but Gustafson playing the tight defense. Laura Brunigan, number 24 for South. Pass is blocked away by Selk. I think Tetchlog got away with a walk. Ball is picked up by Hayward. Her shot is no good, and it's saved, but North keeps it. Hayward outside the line, can't get it in. South surviving a couple of good attempts by North. A lot of spunk shown by both teams on that possession. Selk being guarded closely, good inside feed to Gustafson, and then she loses it. South keeps it. Crowns outside the line, got it in. Her second three-pointer of the night. She has 6 points, and that North lead is back down to 10.
Just what it was 4 minutes ago, the start of the half. South cannot exchange baskets if they want to win this, that's for sure. Sweet.
Inside feed to Churchill, Dana Churchill for 2.
Right behind.
She's been the offense for North in the third quarter, Chris. She has 7 points.
Kayla, nice pass.
Kayla Tetchlog with the assist. Crowns gets trapped on the baseline, kicks it out to Weisman, whose shot is outside the line, but no good. And Dana Churchill with the rebound. Whitney Hare, got it. 2-pointer, her second basket. And timeout North, it's a full timeout with 3:19 remaining in the third quarter. There you see it, North on top, 39-25.
Spread the word.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
In these turbulent times, let us not erode the liberties our country was built on.
Let it shine.
The 14-point lead by North equals their largest lead of the game. They had a first half lead of 27-13 at one point. Erica Bartz has it. Inside to Selk, kicks it back out to Crowns. Her three-pointer is no good. With the rebound is Sammy Kopetsky. Kopetsky seeing her first action of the night. Good pass by Tetchlog into Churchill, cutting to the basket for an easy 2.
Tell you, Kayla Tetchlog not getting the baskets, but doing all the little things again, pretty much like her brother.
Kopetsky fighting with Crowns on the floor, and there's a tie-up.
Just can't.
South will keep the possession. Go ahead, Chris.
I was just going to say, you know, on the box score, she may not lead the team, but wow, the assists tonight have been unbelievable, and the rebounds that Kayla's had.
Ball is tipped away by Weisman. Tim Crown's not happy with something.
Well, if you notice here, North's got all their girls up. All their girls are up in this press. South's just struggling with this.
Well, and that's where strength becomes a factor, Chris, because, you know, if you got everybody up in the backcourt, you can release somebody and have somebody with a good enough arm, you know, you can get some easy layups. South did turn it over. Kopetsky wrestling with Weisman, who got it over to Selk. And the North back quickly on the defense to prevent the South High fast break. Crowns outside the line, can't get it in. Tetchlog with a rebound. North up 16, 41-25. Tetchlog inside feed to Hayward, but her shot is blocked by Weisman, but Weisman's going to get called for the foul, and that'll be her third. Hayward will be at the line shooting a pair. So far in the second half, Chris, North is 3 for 3.
%61% on the year.
Andy McKillop's up at the top camera laughing at me, he told me a couple of games ago, you always do that. Telling he made all her free throws and then they go ahead and miss one.
He's always looking out for the best interests of
TV8. Keep us out of trouble with the FCC. Churchill with the rebound and the putback, but it's no good, and she's fouled by Laura Brunig. So Laura's first foul and the 4th team foul on the Lady Red Wings.
Very nice. Very nice free throw shooter.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row for Churchill.
She's a 79%. That's going to increase.
Yeah, she's up on the, I would think close over 80 now, especially with that one.
Take that.
Yeah, really.
Andy, you don't know everything.
Weisman has it being guarded by Hayward. We're at 2 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's 43-25, North up by 18. They're going to get Weisman with a traveling call.
That's not going to be a good thing for the Southsiders as she was banged a couple times.
Well, even Tom Shantz way down there by the door thought that was a bad call. Tom, retired South High teacher, head football coach. Dana Churchill has 6, 8, 10, 11 points in the quarter, Chris.
I would think she'd be the most valuable player of the 3rd quarter. If there was awards for that.
Really? She has 11 out of the North, 13 points.
She also got 2 rebounds.
South has struggled in the quarter. Brunig shot is up and in. That's only the 2nd basket by South in the quarter.
They're just 2 for 10. Another thing we haven't talked about, North's defense, field goal percentage against is just 28%. That means they're giving up, just about less than 3 for 10 shooting for teams.
Jordan from outside nails another jump shot. She has 8. Amanda Rubley back in for South. Crowns breaking pressure, gets it into Brunig. Her shot is no good, but she was fouled by Dana Churchill. That'll be Dana's 3rd foul. Only the 3rd team foul.
It continues to be the frightening thing for the Valley is Shelby Churchill, Dana Churchill, Laura Hayward, Kayla Tetchlog, sophomores.
Here's a kind of a good thing for South. Their freshman team, who won by quite a bit this morning against North, they're missing, I think 2 or 3 are on the JV team, and of course Amy Selk is up on the varsity, so they're missing 4 key players, yet they performed very, very well this afternoon. 5.
So there's a lot of good things for Sheboygan girls basketball, but
isn't there a rule you don't throw it to somebody unless they're looking? Tetchlog was running down underneath the basket. Danny Jordan just threw it right at her foot. Good pressure being applied by North. Hayward on Weisman.
Well, the leading scorer in the conference, Zimmerman, she's just a sophomore too.
Oh, and they're going to get Weisman. Tim Crowns thought they were going to get Hayward, but that's not the case. Emily Weisman picks up her 4th personal foul. Erica Gustafson is going to check in. Well, South only has 9 girls tonight. They've got 12 on the roster, only 9 have suited up. So they're shorthanded to begin with. Shot from outside the line by Kopetsky is no good. The rebound shot is up and good by Jordan. Jordan having a great game, Chris, 10 points.
Other defending conference champions for a reason, undefeated again this year, and we're getting a nice display of why.
Did you catch who committed that foul? Ask Adam, maybe he knows. Lutski?
Erica Gustafson with the foul.
We want to get that because that's her 3rd foul. We want to keep you people abreast of the foul situation since we're getting late in the game. There's under 10 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. North up 23. at the end of 3 quarters of play. North has broken it open with a big third quarter. It's now 50-27.
The digital divide is the distance we allow between those who have the power of information and those who don't. In AmeriCorps, we're working to bridge that gap so that all of us can get to a better place. We're going around the world, on the web. In AmeriCorps, it's not can you make a difference, it's where. It's your world. It's your chance to make it better.
Having twins can be a handful.
Buy one, get one free.
So when I decided to go back to school, I needed to find one that fit our lifestyle. Lakeland College was the perfect place. They offer an easy-to-manage schedule and counselors to help me anytime. Evening classes at Lakeland don't tie our life in knots.
Ever consider a double major?
Sheboygan North had a 20-point third quarter, Chris. 13 of them by Dana Churchill. And South, on the other hand, was only able to manage 7 points and only 2 baskets.
Yeah, 2 for 11 from the floor, just 3 turnovers, but...
And to make matters worse, North gets the ball out of bounds besides. Don't go too far from your TV sets, fans, because after the game, Chris will have a couple of interviews with some of the winning girls, and then I'll also have an interview with Dan Stengel, the athletic director at North High. Gustafson bringing it up against pressure. Brown's taking it to the middle, kicks it out to Selk for a 17-footer, and she got it in.
That's a nice little shot there.
That's good teamwork. A little bit of penetration by Crystal Crowns, and then she kicked it out. That's almost like a penetrating pitch.
I'm gonna ask you a little trivia question. Do they still play rec games down here?
Nope.
So the only games they have down here is this, huh?
Pretty much so. They might, I'm pretty sure that's it, unless there's some city guys on the sly, open it up for pickup basketball.
I'm just saying, because the net seems to be caught a lot. I wonder if it's like a new one.
Well, that I think the city could flip for. A couple of new nets.
Yeah.
Of course, you never know. They might go down to the rec department. Get them. (50-29).
Good swing.
Jordan's shot is off, no good. Gustafson with the rebound.
6 rebounds for her.
Crowns over to Selk. Selk working against Jordan. Lutzke thought about it. Made a good decision to get it over to Selk. And then Lutzke with the rebound. But I believe the foul is going to be while she was getting the rebound. It will not be a shooting foul. Foul goes on Mel Bogenschutz. Shelby Churchill and Kayla Techlog come in for North. Lutzke has it on the wing, looking for Cutter. Crown's backing it out, working on Kopetsky. Her jump shot is no good, but Sammy Kopetsky commits the foul. That'll be her first. And the 5th team foul on North.
Don't foul a jump shooter, Marty.
Heard that somewhere before, but I can't remember where.
There's some of the Red Wing cheerleaders, the Mighty S's.
South has only made 4 out of 12 free throws, Chris. Gustafson with a nice turn and shot from the lane. For Erica, she has 8 points on the night. Getch looking for the skip pass, but it wasn't there. Shot is no good by Kopetsky. North does a good job of getting back on defense.
Well, with that press and things, they are trained to run.
Selk got it in. Good shot by Amy Selk.
She's going to be a nice little player.
She's already there. She has 10 points. Getch, good bounce pass. Churchill, high off the glass and in. Shelby Churchill. Bounce pass by Crowns goes out of bounds. Hare and Dana Churchill in, and Kopetsky and Liebelt check out. Gustafson, Lutzky, Crowns, Weisman, and Selk on the floor for South. Techlag, the two Churchills, Getch, and Hare in for North. That's their starting lineup. Same for South. Basket is good by Dana Churchill. She has 23 points.
She's going to up that 50% shooting tonight, too.
All right, she's leading all scorers. Gustafson almost lost it. Weisman tried to force it into Selk, but Techlag was there and she knocked it away. It's 54-33.
7 for 9, Dana Churchill is.
Boy, oh boy. Selk, catch and shoot is no good. Crowns turn and shoot off the rebound is no good, but it's tapped out of bounds by Dana Churchill. 4:54 remaining in the ball game. North up 21. Selk kicks it out to Weisman. Her shot is no good. And the ball is tapped by Erica Gustafson in an attempt to save it. And North will have it. Doesn't seem like Coach Runis is funneling in as many subs as she did in the first half.
Well, the press is off though, and
Techlag looks for the inside pass, didn't see it, brought it back down and fired in a nice set shot. She now has 10 points.
3 for 6 from the floor.
Ball is going to go on Dana Churchill, and that'll be her 4th.
She's got 5 rebounds, Kayla does, and I know she's got a handful of assists too.
North wants a timeout. It's going to be a full timeout, Carey, with the score 56-33 and 4:22 remaining. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
In college this year. Man, if you had known me when I was a sophomore in high school, nobody could tell me anything. I gave all my teachers a bad time. They all gave up on me, except my English teacher.
8 years teaching high school English, 10 years in recovery for alcohol addiction.
To be or not to be.
I got help.
That's it right there.
When you get help, who knows just who you'll help along the way.
For drug and alcohol information and treatment referral for you or someone you know, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Those are the band people. Hey, Chris, you know, one thing that North does is, you know, they play hard and they run a good press, but I'll tell you one thing they have a lot of are good athletes.
Yeah, they do, and they excel at quite a few sports. I know Kayla Techlag's a little tennis player, and I know kids that play volleyball, and those type of players take it over to the courts here, and you can see it excelling on the basketball floor.
One of the things, I know we mentioned this a little earlier in the broadcast, the South actually has 2 freshman girls basketball teams, and I was talking to Kevin Herber over at South this morning, and he said, you know, we don't have any really great players, but we've got a ton of really good players, and you know, that could pay dividends for them. I know North only has one team, one girls freshman team.
Well, and as you said,
we're talking about kids that have been moved up too besides that.
Right, and you have Amy Selka freshman, you have 5 freshmen on the JVs, so there's a lot of positive things.
Things are looking up on the south side. The only problem is those freshmen will be playing against the North kids who are 1 year older than them for the next couple of seasons. Foul call on Erica Gustafson. That's her 4th. Her and Wiesman each have 4 fouls. For North, Dana Churchill has 4. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was the 7th team foul on South. So North will be shooting free throws on common fouls the remainder of the game. Kayla Tetschlag at the line.
Kayla about 62% on the season.
That's about right. She was 2 for 3 in the first half. 3 for 4 now. 4 for 5. Her percentage will go up.
She's got nice form.
Here guarding Crowns, and now Crystal is double teamed and can't get the ball to Selk. It sails out of bounds. It seems like South has not had as many turnovers in the second half. I might be wrong on that, but yet North is able to build up on the lead, only 5. Here on a feed inside to Shelby Churchill, who puts it in.
A lot of points in the paint today by Dana and Shelby, and then I think the press can come off now.
Shelby Churchill, those long arms, able to knock the ball away from Crystal Crowns, and then Crowns to prevent the layup. Fouled Churchill. Now, when she makes a free throw like that, could we say Churchill Downs?
That's right. Home of the Debbie.
Second free throw is off. Gustafson with the rebound. Erica having a real fine game for South. You know, you talk about kids who maybe don't do a lot of scoring, but do a lot of other things to help their team. I thought Erica Gustafson did that a lot for South tonight.
7 rebounds she has. There's another turnover.
Jim Larish running the clock on the stage. Jim wanted to make sure I mentioned his name. Jim is also in charge of getting us the names of the officials, and he does an excellent job of that. Good inside feed. Hare with the easy lay-in. Off the pass from Tetschlag. 63-33. And I'm with you. Take the press off.
You're up by 30 with 3 minutes left.
Lutzke's jump shot from the free throw line is no good. Selk's shot is no good. Lutzke with the rebound, but she's fouled by Tetschlag. For Tetschlag, that's her first foul, Chris. Ashley Sonneman coming in. Also coming in is Andrea Liebelt for South. Brunig, Bartz, and Amanda Rubley all coming in. Waiting at the table is Samantha Davis. She'll be coming in for Lutzke. Brenda's had a tough night at the line, 0 for 4. Didn't work. Hate that when it happens. Jordan wanted to get it inside to Churchill, but good defense played. Outside shot by Sonneman. Sonneman is no good. We're under 2.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. North up 30.
Nice
Good
pass.
inside feed to Selk, but she can't get it in. She's fouled.
It's our belief that the St. Louis Rams won today, Marty. So, wonder if that'll be the end of Mike Holmgren, Seattle.
5 fouls on Dana Churchill. Petsky comes back in. Oh boy. While they're down 30, I guess the missed free throws really don't mean much, except when you get into those closer games, you want to have a club that shoots their free throws better than this. Selk got the second one to roll in.
Well, North's at their average right now, 63 points a game.
Brunig has it on the wing. Pardon me, Bogenschutz. Hayward. Posting up inside is Shuneman. She's one of the shorter girls on the team. And the feed into Bogenschutz goes off of her hands out of bounds. Davis, Selk, Rubley, Bartz, and Brunig are the 5 on the court for South. For North, it's Kopetsky, Hayward, Shuneman, Bogenschutz, and Liebelt.
Just 5 baskets for South in the entire second half, Marty. That's good job of defense, I'll tell you.
That might work if you're playing Preble, because they like to slow it down, but not against North. Hayward got the rebound, put back. Laura Hayward has 4 points on a couple of baskets. It's 65-34, 1:10 remaining in the ball game. Rubley's shot off the dribble is up and in. Pardon me, Erica Bartz. A little quick 3 dribbles and pull up and shot the jump shot. You don't see that very much. Hayward has it on the wing. Bogenschutz gets it inside, but it's tipped away. Liebelt's shot from just inside the free throw line is no good. And then we have a foul. Foul goes on Amy Selk. Liebelt will be shooting a pair.
Another
Liebelt
nice
on the
form.
board.
Yep. Andrea's a former student way back at Holy Family when I was there. Nice girl.
South has it. We're under a half a minute remaining. It's 66-36. It's been all North here in the second half. They've played tremendous defense, and their offense has been very good too. Falls on Ashley Shuneman. At the line will be Amanda Rubley. Rubley looking for her first points. We're down to 10 seconds remaining. Bogenschutz has it. Kopetsky. Shuneman, no good. And that's the ball game. Sheboygan North, the big winner down here at the Armory in the girls game, 66-36. When we come back, we'll have Chris Wright with a couple of players from the winning team, and I'll give you some final stats, and we'll wrap up this ball game. And then we have the boys game coming up after that, approximately 30 minutes from now.
There's a better way to have fun with history.
It's okay, Amelia.
Visit americaslibrary.gov. Log on, play around, learn something.
On 3. 1.
Noise. There's more of it in your life than you think. Everyday sounds, from household appliances to traffic. Even a crowded restaurant can hit 85 decibels. That's the level audiologists know can cause permanent hearing loss. So keep an eye on your ears and visit ASHA.org, the American Speech Language Hearing Association.
When I was young, my dad always told me, dream big and dream often.
I've been very fortunate to have parents that care, but some kids aren't so lucky.
That's why the Major League Baseball players trust for children.
Same with Volunteers of America, to help kids everywhere.
Volunteers of America has helped children, families, and many others rebuild their lives.
Our Share What They Child Partnership wants you to give kids your time, guidance, and support.
Help a kid to dream big. Call 1-800-899-0089.
There's a new experience around every corner as you discover Wisconsin. Discover Wisconsin like you've never seen before.
And round out the scoring to 36 for Sheboygan South. We're going to send it down to Chris now. Those two girls have showed up. Take it away, Chris.
Hey, I'm here with two victorious Raiders. Kayla, tough game by South today, especially in the first half. It's kind of like a slow death, kind of.
Yeah, it was. It was tough in the beginning. We started off slow and then tacked in the locker room. We had to pick it up in the third quarter.
No question, third quarter, you guys were just outstanding. A lot of inside shots were starting to fall, and things went really well for you guys.
Yeah, we started to find open looks on the outside, and we just hit them, and we were just...
I noticed your pressure defense all year kind of drained teams. I was at your game last night against East. Got them kind of tired. I think you kind of wore down South as well again today with that pressure.
Yeah, I think it did also. We just knew we had to come in and pressure them.
Well, congratulations, and we'll see you in a month.
Thank you.
You really hit some shots in the first half, got your team going. They kind of struggled in the first half, and you were kind of the spark plug.
I guess I was just playing my game and just taking shots when I had the look, and they just went in, so.
Yeah, and in the second half, I thought your team really got the ball inside and created a lot of shots inside the paint.
Yeah, our guards did a good job finding looks. Nicole found so many good looks. It was just, we played really well together as a team.
Yeah, I agree, Nicole did. Big victory today, now you got a 2-game lead. You're halfway through the season, but you got the second half coming up.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going at it, just play the same way we've been playing and just play our game and take it from there, one game at a time.
Well, thanks so much. And again, congratulations, you girls, and we'll take it back to Marty.
Good job, Chris. We're going to step out, and when we come back, we'll have Dan Stengel.
Motivated to lose weight? Considering a high-protein diet? Like those meat-heavy diets you've read about? First, you should know there are health risks, like osteoporosis and kidney disorders, and maybe even colon cancer. Before you start a fad diet, think. You've got more to lose than weight. To learn more, visit www.safediets.org, a project of the Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine.
I'll be seeing you in all the old familiar places that this heart of mine embraces all day through. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
We're back at the Armory. Sheboygan North girls won the first game by a score of 66-36. Joining me is North High Athletic Director Dan Stengel. Dan, thanks a lot for joining us here at halftime. Let's talk a little bit about the building project. You know, the referendum got passed not too long ago, and that's going to be a big plus for Sheboygan, not just north or south, and you know it's a really good thing.
Also the community. Currently we're visiting other facilities, Mequon, Homestead, Fond du Lac, De Pere, West De Pere. Just getting some ideas on some of the current facilities that were built in the last few years, what they've done right, what they've done wrong. Most of the major decisions or components of the field houses have been made. We're working on some of the micro issues now.
When you say major components, what does that
kind
entail?
of locker rooms, concession stands, what components are going to be involved in the building. The micro issues like the type of flooring, type of lighting, heating, air conditioning, those kind of things.
I had a chance to talk with Terry Berkovitz last night at the Sheboygan A's bust-up party, and he said one of the big issues in terms of those issues for the field house is, do you go with an all-wood floor, or do you go with the wood floor in the middle? And
absolutely, that's one of the toughest decisions. Obviously, we want to get as much use for as many people out of the field house, so the multi-surface might be the way to go, but it seems like there's been a tendency to go with a little bit more of the wood currently.
Now, one of the things I know that we've done over at Jefferson, because we're going to be getting a new building also, is we get the staff involved, and I'm sure you guys do too. Sure. What are some issues that have been raised by the staff?
Staff has been really on board. We've included them every step of the way. We have been parents, students, teachers, coaches, members of the community, members of the Hmong Association have come along. We had about 55 people are coming on the bus with us to visit these facilities and help us make informed decisions with as many perspectives as we can get.
I know one of the things that came up when I was talking with Tom Fritsch, who's a teacher at North, and he said, you know, one of the things that we'd really like to see is more classroom space, and I believe in one of the final drawings that I saw, not the final drawing, but they were incorporating some more classrooms.
Where we're at right now, we're going to add at least 2 classrooms. That might be more. What we're doing is we're creating a shell space along the north end of the building where it would be more economical that we could add some classrooms in the future out of our operational budget as the needs arise.
Now, I'm not sure if you have any input in this. I know I'm part of it because I'm a Phi Ed teacher. As you know, the PEP grant was passed, and
Sure.
Sheboygan's going to be getting over $1 million from the government to purchase equipment to improve the fitness. Now, have you been a part of that?
I have not been as big a part. Ed Thompson at North High School, Dean Tudis have been representing North High School in that. I think in the next year, I don't know that North or South is going to see much from that. We won't have the facilities or the room for that in the following years. That's, I think, when we'll get a little bit more of it.
I was fortunate enough to have a letter to the editor included, and I said what a great thing it would be, you know, to have this referendum passed. Now that we've gotten the PEP grant, and you know everything kind of worked out, and one of my sayings is timing is everything, and timing is really great in that respect. Right. Let's move on to another issue that's really huge at North High School, and that's the football program.
Sure.
Dean Tudis retired as a football coach, not retired, but stepped down. What's in the works with that?
Right now, well, we're very anxious. Our kids, our parents are very anxious to get somebody in place. One of the most important factors is we'd like to have them in the building or in the district teaching. What we did is we posted on the Football Coaches Association website in Wisconsin Gov. We have about 40 applicants right now. Our interview team is going to be getting together over the next week or so. We have 10 or 12 people involved.
By that you mean to sort through the...
To kind of sort through, we're actually going to do a formal posting through the district. We're looking at a posting for about 3 weeks, and I think we want to have somebody hired by about March. But as you know, it's hard to find out how
the issues of where is there going to be a job in the district for that?
I don't know who's going to move here or take a job for football without having a teaching job there next to their family. But I've been overwhelmed by the response so far.
Maybe I'm getting into a touchy area, but are there any teachers on staff, either at North or South, that have applied and have a...
There have been a couple, but there really haven't been. It hasn't, not as many as I'd anticipated, so.
Let's move on to the last subject here, Dan, and that's realignment. And there was a huge article in the paper about it. It seemed like it was so encompassing in this side of the state. What's your take on that?
Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in the whole thing right now. It's been very covert. As of today, North has not been formally contacted by the WIA. We got a letter in the mail. I have had a chance to talk to athletic directors from the North Shore and the Bay Conference that would be affected. I think in the coming days you're going to see members of our conference and the 2 other conferences send a letter to the WIA that we're happy where we are, we don't want to move, and we appreciate the tradition of where we're at. So I think the WIA is going to get some responses from the affected conference.
One of the things that I question that, you know, as much as they the way it is.
I don't think the Green Bay schools. I think they have their own intentions. They're worried about the Green Bay schools. They have some reasonable reasons for not or for wanting to create a Bay Conference, travel, increased gate, and all that. I'm just not real happy with the process, kind of under the table, and the covertness of it is kind of disappointing.
Right. Anything else, Dan, you want to mention that maybe we haven't touched on? I know you came up with a couple ideas when you first sat down I hadn't thought about.
No, we're just really excited in our football search and watching the buildings kind of progress and the layouts come together. We're just real excited about that, and winter season's going well. So.
All right, Dan, thanks a lot for stopping by. We're going to take a short break. We have about 8 minutes left before the start of the ball game. When we come back, Chris and I will run a little opening down on the floor, and then we'll be just about ready to start the second ball game.
Challenge of computers. Not that I have much time with these little guys and my job, but when my wife went back to school, I thought, why can't I? Certain things in life demand my attention, but a new career in computer science deserves my attention. An evening class at Lakeland doesn't tie my life in knots, thanks to a flexible, easy-to-manage schedule that allows me to balance work, school, and the twins. Evening classes that meet once a week, that's the easy part.
About a year ago, Mark and I thought, air pollution, global warming. How can we make a difference? So Mark modified our car. Some sort of homemade energy source.
The best part is the car emits only helium. Genius.
But the EPA says the energy we use in our home can cause twice the greenhouse gases of a car. So now I look for products that are in the Energy Star. Simple.
The EPA invites you to go to EnergyStar.gov to discover what you can do to reduce air pollution.
Kinky!
Flimsy.
Mate.
Be a part of history. Use a condom. Stop the spread of AIDS.